More than 85% of Americans shopped at Walmart last year, but something's changing, and hardly anyone's talking about it. Shoppers are leaving, quietly and for good. The store that built its reputation on low prices and convenience is starting to feel like everything it promised not to be. Overpriced, unreliable, and honestly exhausting. You walk in for a few basics, and your total hits harder than it should. You glance at your cart, it's half full at best, and suddenly, that trip feels like a financial mistake. But here's the thing, this isn't just inflation, it's deeper than that. It's about trust. It's about how the shopping experience has slowly shifted without anyone really saying it out loud. In this video, I'm breaking down 7 real reasons why shoppers are quietly walking away from Walmart. And when we get to number 1, it might completely change how you think about where you shop. Before we dive into reasons, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because you deserve to shop smarter, not harder. Number 7. Self-checkout is a total joke. Self-checkout was supposed to be convenient, fast, easy, but now it feels like I'm doing someone else's job for free. No greeting, no help, no paycheck. Just a blinking screen, a robotic voice, and a line that moves slower than ever. I once watched a mom try to scan groceries while wrangling a screaming toddler. Apples rolling across the floor, no employee in sight. And no one was shocked when that video went viral, because it's what we're all dealing with. People joke online, "Where's my employee discount?" But under the sarcasm is real burnout. Shopping shouldn't feel like work, especially not when you're the cashier, the bagger, and tech support, all while being charged full price. And that frustration, it builds. One item won't scan. A red light flashes. You wait 5 minutes for help while your frozen food starts to thaw. It's not just inefficient, it's insulting. Because when the store pushes labor onto customers but doesn't lower prices, that's not innovation. That's cost-cutting in disguise. And people are done with it. Number 6. Refrigerated products no one trusts. You get home, crack open a new gallon of milk, and it already smells off. That's not bad luck. It's become a pattern. I've seen it too many times. Milk spoiling days before the sell-by date. Chicken with a weird tint. Cheese that sweats before it hits the fridge. Yogurt turning sour while it's still sealed. You try to ignore it until you can't. One woman told me she tossed out 2 gallons of milk in 1 month. She didn't complain. She just decided she was done. And she's not alone. Because when you can't trust the food you bring home, and especially for your family, the price savings don't matter. That extra dollar you thought you saved? Gone in the trash. Worse, it makes you wonder what you already ate that wasn't quite right. And here's what's happening. Shoppers are skipping the Walmart coolers altogether. They're going to Aldi, to local shops, to anywhere that still prioritizes freshness. Because once you lose trust in your groceries, you start looking twice at everything. Number 5. Rollbacks that don't roll back. Remember when those yellow rollback signs used to mean something? That little sticker felt like a win. Now, it feels like a trick. People are noticing. Prices quietly go up. Then Walmart slaps a rollback tag on it weeks later. And guess what? It's not even cheaper. Sometimes it's more expensive than it started. Shoppers are tracking it now, saving receipts, posting side-by-side price comparisons online. And the verdict is clear that rollback isn't a deal. It's a distraction, and that hurts. Because Walmart built its reputation on honest pricing, on helping families stretch every dollar. So when even that promise starts to feel like a game, people take it personally. They don't complain, they don't argue, they just stop coming back. Number 4. Customer service is basically dead. There used to be something human about shopping at Walmart. A greeter at the door, a cashier who actually smiled, maybe even someone nearby to help you find what you need. That's gone now. What's left feels cold. Fluorescent lights, closed checkout lanes, and employees who look just as overwhelmed as the customers. It's not just that staff are hard to find, it's that the ones who are there seem checked out, undertrained, and completely burned out. I remember walking in one day needing help with a pharmacy item, and after circling the aisles twice, I gave up. I wasn't mad, just tired. And that's what a lot of shoppers are feeling. Not angry, just done. Because shopping isn't supposed to feel isolating. But the more Walmart leans into automation, the less human it feels. A machine can process a payment, but it can't ask how your day's going. It won't help you pick allergy meds for your kid or care that you're having a rough morning. When even the employees stop caring, it sends a message. We're not really here for you. And slowly people are hearing that loud and clear and taking their money elsewhere. Number 3. Empty shelves week after week. You walk into Walmart for the basics: eggs, milk, paper towels, and aisle after aisle it's the same story. Empty shelves, out-of-stock signs, cardboard placeholders where the essentials should be. And this isn't just a one-time thing, it's been happening week after week. It starts small. Maybe they're out of your usual cereal. Then it's no milk, no pasta, no toilet paper. And before you know it, you've wasted a full grocery run and still have nothing to show for it. One trip like that is frustrating, but when it happens again and again, it becomes a deal breaker. Gas isn't free, time isn't free, and when you're on a tight budget, building a meal plan around what should be there, only to leave empty-handed, feels like a slap in the face. I've had days where I walked out with 2 items after 40 minutes of hunting. It makes you rethink the whole trip, and clearly I'm not the only one. More shoppers are turning to smaller stores, farmers markets, even regional chains that may not be flashy but actually have what you need on the shelves. Because if a store can't stock the basics, how are they still calling it convenience? Number 2. Great values, great decline. There was a time when Walmart's great value brand really meant something. It was the budget-friendly fallback, a way to stretch every dollar without sacrificing quality. But now, that trust is cracking. I've noticed the packages getting smaller, the ingredients changing, the texture feeling off. What used to be reliable now feels cheap in the worst way. I've even had a can of green beans look more like swamp water than something edible. And that's not being picky, that's being practical. For families trying to feed multiple mouths on a limited budget, great value used to be the safety net, but now it feels like a trap. The quality's not there, the savings don't feel worth it, and instead of helping, it just adds more waste. More food getting tossed, more money down the drain. When even the store brand stops delivering, that's a big problem. Because if the value aisle isn't worth buying from anymore, what's left? More and more shoppers are asking that question, and choosing to leave before they get burned again. Number 1. Walmart isn't the cheapest anymore. This is the one that's changing everything. For years, Walmart didn't just offer low prices. It defined them. It was the go-to when money was tight. The place you knew would help you stretch a paycheck, but today, that edge is gone. I've compared receipts, tracked staples, and I'm not the only one. More and more shoppers are realizing that stores like Aldi consistently beat Walmart on price. Not by pennies, but by dollars. In fact, over 70% of the basics I regularly buy cost less elsewhere. And it's not just groceries, it's household goods, toiletries, even store brand items. Think about that. The one thing Walmart was known for isn't even true anymore. And once you realize that, it flips everything. You start questioning every trip, every rollback, every assumption that Walmart is still the best deal in town. Because if another store charges less and treats you better, then staying loyal makes no sense. Even the diehards, the ones who know every aisle, every clearance rack, they're leaving. They're shopping in bulk at Costco. They're picking up staples at Aldi. They're supporting local shops that still care about what goes on the shelf. Because when the savings disappear, so does the loyalty. These 7 reasons aren't just complaints. They're real issues that are quietly pushing shoppers away. Not with protest, but with silence. Because the loudest message you can send as a customer is to stop coming back. I want to hear your story. What finally made you pause and say, I think I'm done with Walmart? Was it the spoiled milk? The empty shelves? That self-checkout light blinking while no one came? Drop it in the comments. I read everyone. And if this video opened your eyes or helped you feel less alone in the frustration, tap that like button and hit subscribe. Every week I break down what's really happening behind the shelves, so you can spend smarter and shop with confidence.